So hey, what's up guys, it's NZCubing here, and today I'm going to be setting up the Valk M using Angstrom lubes. The reason why I'm doing this is that the Valk has a pretty unique core compared to most 3x3 speed cubes today. Like for example, the core of this Yushin Little Magic consists of a screw, a spring, and a washer down there. While in the Valk, the core is only consisted of a pretty big screw and this weird looking spring. The reason why I'm comparing the cores of these two cubes is mainly because of the lube that I'm going to use for the core. Since I'm going to be using the Lubicle Black, the places where I will apply the lube between these two cubes will be different, since this has no washer and this has a washer. In general, I apply Lubicle Black to the contact points of the metal pieces in the core. First, where the spring and the screw meet in this screw head, and second, where the spring and the washer meet, which is here. Based on my observation, the Lubicle Black has a similar viscosity with the weight 1 or the weight 2, which is very low compared to what we usually use to lube the core, the weight 5, which means that there is a high tendency for the lube to dig to the pieces from the core. So a little more than enough of the lube. You might be seeing some Lubicle Blacks on your pieces the next week. Let's now start disassembling the puzzle. You also want to remove the center caps. So let's start cleaning the puzzle now. After this, it's now time to lube the core. We want to be careful in lubing the core so that the Lubicle Black won't spill to the pieces through these 4 holes. So, what I will do is just apply Lubicle Black under the screw heads. Since this lube has a very low viscosity, we want to be careful in injecting out the lube. So, I'm really careful in pushing the syringe. There. You only want that much lube, and I'm going to apply that under the screw head. After that, you want to pull the center piece and rotate it. That will make sure that the Lubicle Black is spread out evenly under the screw head. I will do this with the rest of the screws. Be careful in applying Lubicle Black since it stains. After that, I pull opposite center pieces, then do this. I'm now gonna start assembling the puzzle. It's now time to lube the pieces. To give us an idea in where we will apply Angstrom, Gravitas, and Dignitas, take out one edge and one corner and place them together and see where they meet. This is what we call contact points. So we can observe that here in the tracks, in the blue area, they fully meet each other. While on the pieces, there is a small gap wherein they don't meet, here. I usually apply Angstrom Dignitas on the surface of the pieces and Angstrom Gravitas on the tracks. For the lubes to be broken in easily, I don't apply the lubes in only one area. Instead, I apply the lube in 3 different axes, namely the y-axis, the x-axis, and the z-axis. We want to lube one unique edge from each axis. Let's start by lubing the tracks of the pieces using Angstrom Gravitas. I take one edge, get a small amount of Angstrom Gravitas, then apply it to both sides of the edge. After that, return the edge and take out another edge from another axis. Since this is the y-axis and this is the x-axis, I'm going to take out this edge and do the same thing with it. So far, we have lubed this edge and this edge, the y-axis, the x-axis, and finally the z-axis. And break in the lubes by doing M slices from each axis. It's now time to apply Angstrom Dignitas. Since the surface of the pieces will pretty much be exposed when doing solves, let's look for spots on the surface of the pieces where it won't be exposed. To do that, turn one layer 45 degree. As you can see here, if we apply Angstrom Dignitas in this part, it would be pretty much exposed during solves. Same with here. So, where's the ideal place to apply Angstrom Dignitas? It would be here, between the centerpiece and the edge. Why? Observe. It won't be exposed anywhere during the solves. We will be lubing one area from each axis. What am I talking about? For example, in the y-axis, you can lube this part of this edge and this part of this edge. So you take out this edge, lube this part, then put it back. Same way with this edge. That's for the y-axis. Now for the x-axis, we can apply lube here. That's for the x-axis. Now for the z-axis, we can lube these two parts. After that, it's now time to break in the lube. I always break in the Dignitas and the Gravitas first before applying the water-based lube that I will use. I chose DNM37. I will apply DNM37 to where I applied Dignitas earlier, here between the centerpiece and the edge. But for this, I will only put 1 drop per axis. Okay? That's for the y-axis, then for the x-axis, then for the z-axis. Then break it in first by doing M slices to each axis. After that, it's now time to tension the puzzle. But since I'm pretty much happy with how the tensions are now, I'm just going to return the center caps. That's all guys for this tutorial. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel and also smash the like button. Comment down below what setup tutorial you want me to do next. That's all for today guys. Peace.